Andrew.
Hey, Simon.
All right.
Yeah, how's it going?
Oh. Good. Hold on. You see me?
Yeah, now we can see you. That's good.
Awesome.
Can you see us?
Yeah.
Cool. This is everyone. The kind of a few people hiding in the back.
What's going on? How's it going, man?
Good.
Good to see you. Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. It's about 5:30 p.m. here on Saturday in LA.
Yeah.
And first of all, I want to thank Andrew for inviting me here. You know, here's one thing I want you guys to remember that really helped me out. You know, all successful people, if you go reach out and ask for advice and you're a go-getter, and you really want to be successful. Successful people appreciate that and will come out of the way to help you. And I mean, and I think I've been in business for a long time now, and I just enjoy helping others. And because when I first started, I was in the same shoes. You know, I remember when I was like Andrew, hungry, wanting to learn, motivated, and reaching out to other successful leaders. So just remember, and so the reason I give back is because when I was at your level, people did the same thing to me. You know, it's like what comes around goes around, and that's what leadership is, right? And I'm going to talk about that a few things today to help you guys, because you guys are pretty excited. Are you guys excited for the new year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excited, right? So when we talk about a year in the business, right? How many of you have been in business less than a year? Less than a year. Okay, you are babies. Hey, how many of you less than? Okay, how many of you have been more than 1 year? More than 1 year.
Just me.
So I'm not going to ask how many of you more than 3 years. Okay,
No.
I'm not even going to ask. So you are babies, and there's going to. So if you're going to, let me ask you, how many of you have been to my website, my trainings? Okay, so if you haven't,
About
you
four,
go to my, I'm going to write it down.
Yep.
SimonWchan.com.
Yep.
Simon W as a winner. SimonWchan.com. And someone actually said, you know, that's you know, not. What did he say? That's not that subtle. Saying W as a winner. So one winner is what else am I going to say? If I say another name, a Chinese name, no one's going to remember that, right? So what else? Like a wuss. What else am I going to say? So Simon W Chan. W as a winner. So, and speaking of winners, so the first step is you gotta have a vision to see yourself becoming successful. You know, recently I was at a training and and of course afterwards people took some pictures, you know, some autographs and things like that. You know, and someone asked me, like, you know, when you first started, did you ever imagine yourself to be like that? Like people want to take pictures and you're successful. And I actually told, I mean, I don't want to sound cocky or conceited. I always expected that. Okay? And that is one of the things that difference between successful people and not successful people. You gotta see it and really believe you're successful already. Okay? And there is like, you know, one of my favorite things is, I don't know how many of you like Star Wars?
Yeah, it's alright.
Star Wars, right? And my favorite guy is Yoda. You know, Yoda is like, because he says, do or do not, there's no try. But in this business, you're going to have to approach it, hey, you're going to do this, there's no trying. Because you're going to try and test it out, especially you all who have, you know, babies, right? You're going to fail. You're not going to, and you know, when I talk about my training, I always talk about no BS, no hype. I just give it the way it is. If you suck, you suck, right? If you're good, I'll tell you you're good. But I don't actually say many people are good. But the fact is a lot of people fail. And I'm going to share a few things today. So when you talk about goals, you're excited about the business. This business is a long-term business. And when you say long-term, let me ask you, long-term is what? 1 year? It's not long-term, right?
Yep.
3 years? 5 years? I want to think long-term, where it's not just 5 or 10 years from now. To me, when I'm building a long-term business, I'm talking about not 10 years, not 20 years. I'm talking about something like 40, 50 years where I can give it to my son, Ethan, he can give it to his grandkids, and you know, whether Ethan wants to do the business or not, that's up to him. He can have a job, but he's got income coming in to help him. That is long term, right? So you gotta have a mental approach, and if you have long term, you gotta see yourself becoming successful already. You gotta visualize. Now, oh, will this work out? And if you actually go to Star Wars, all those things about Star Wars, they all apply to this business. It's not just the business, but applies to life. Yeah, and I don't know how big you fans of Star Wars, but I think in Empire Strikes Back, where Yoda is trying to train Luke, and Luke is scared. Well, Luke has doubts. You know what happens, right? He instantly fails and fails the test. So you really got to see yourself becoming successful already. And if you see yourself becoming successful, then you got to do what it takes to be successful. So in this business, 20% of the people make the money. Okay, I'll break it up and tell you 80% don't make any money. 80% don't do anything. Don't make any money. 20%. Okay. Now out of the 20%, 1% make crazy amounts of money. They're very, very successful. They're like the star diamonds. 4% make pretty good money. Okay, maybe they're like gold directors and above. Right? And everyone here should be taking notes, man. I see you right in the middle, man. You're not taking notes. Take notes. You know why? Because I'll tell you, wait, I take notes. And I'm not smarter than any of you. Because you know why? Here's one of the good things about this business. You learn how you learn. You learn. The fact is, doesn't matter how smart you are, when you go there, I mean, you're taking valuable time. Right? You could be doing other things on Sunday afternoon. You're taking valuable time to come here. But I bet you, 90% of the things I say, you will forget. You'll forget within 1 hour what I say. And that's not your fault, it's just what it is. If I give you a quiz, I bet you'll fail. Right, so that's what you gotta write. I write everything down. I used to have a journal. I would write it down, and then I'll carry it with me. Because if I'm going to a training, I'm taking time, and then I go home, I forget what I learned. I just wasted my time. And time is money. Okay, time is money. So you always write it down. Now, if you have iPads, iPhones, whatever. I use Evernote. Evernote's great. It syncs up everything. That's like my online journal, right? So write these things down. So we talk about. So that's a success habit of all people. They write things down. And you don't write on one piece of paper here. The next day you have another piece of paper. Because have you ever been like you want to look for something, you couldn't find where the piece of the paper is?
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's wasting time. And time is money. So that is as entrepreneurs. See, when you have a job, it doesn't matter. You work. You dreaming, you still get paid 8 hours. But as a business, every second is valuable, right? And as you grow your business, you realize the thing that holds your income back is not your skills, because you will learn the skills. Anyone can learn the skills. It's not the lack of prospects, because we can all find other prospects. The only thing that holds you back is time. Time is so valuable, right? I mean, here's the thing is, I'll be honest, Andrew's not in my downline. Andrew could have been in my downline. If I had the time to go out to Australia and prospect, he could have been. But I was busy doing other things. So because of lack of time, Andrew's not in my downline. That's the way I see it. When you go to a convention, you go to a convention, celebration, there's thousands of people, right? Mm-hmm. So first, when someone says, no one's interested in network marketing, I said, that's total BS. Just go to a convention. How many thousands of people were there? And so if you went to the celebration, convention, people could have been your downline, right? You could have talked to them. Even if they were strangers, you could have done hey, if you did a newspaper ad and some type of ad, maybe they would have responded, right? I mean, I don't know Andrew, but maybe if I did an ad of where he lives, he may have responded to something. I could connect him with my Facebook, somebody, he would have been my downline. But the only reason not is not because of my lack of desire, I want to be successful, but because of lack of time. So, first thing is you got to consider yourself, what is your hourly rate? And I'm teaching you advanced things that no one really teaches. They definitely don't teach you in school. Okay, so, and if you want, I have a course, go to my website, go to my store. It's a $15 course, fully worth, you get the money back easily. The first lesson is, what is your hourly rate? How much are you worth? So for me, I'm worth $250 an hour. Right? So I got to think about giving my time. Like if I'm taking 5 minutes, 20 minutes to do this, a half an hour, it costs me $125. Because I know if I use that time to do something else, I can find better prospects and grow my business. Because it's not the lack of skills. I got the skills. It's not the lack of desire. I'm hungry.